Am I crazy, or does anyone see just a very thin line? Her eyes are starting to separate from her face. Alright, so now we have Natsuki or Yuri to go for. I think I have a better idea of what these girls like. So who should I try and go for, Natsuki or Yuri? I don't even know what words they like. Climax. Flee. Atone. I guess I'm going for Yuri. Philosophy. Sensation. Broken. Lust. Existence. Rain cloud. Depression. Despise. I'm just picking words that I think Yuri would like. Death. Yuri likes death. Adventure. I guess she liked that. Wrath. Frightening. Unrestrained. Tears. Valentine. I guess that's kind of a mix of both, isn't it? Disoriented. Effulgent. Oh god, wait. Did anyone see that last face that Yuri made? Did anyone else see that, or was that just me? I'm scared.
Hi again, Cat. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha!
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least get to keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh god. Yuri? Yuri, are you okay? Your face, Yuri? Yuri? My girl, Yuri? 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 We have an emote. It's a free follower emote. There you go. Yuri? Thanks for keeping your promise, Cat. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Did the music suddenly change? Making sure you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, hi. Natsuki, hi. Don't do that.
Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged out here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Monica, you're blocking the text. Monica? Uh-oh, random voice? Bo the Billy? What do I sound like? Oh no. This is what Monica's voice is, and if I can even read her text, what does it say? Monica? I guess I can't read it, can I? I can't read it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps something manga collection in the classroom. Monica, please. I also noticed that the game is slightly off to the side, and the characters are not all at the same... the game's getting a little wonky. Big mouth. Yuri is huge. Just a little bit. Oh, my voice is normal again, thank God. I don't know what I sounded like for a minute there. Monica? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. The game is getting more tilty. Stop tilting the game.
Manga is literature.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Cat. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read? Well, school is sinking. The classroom's getting more tilty all the time. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try and be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be very happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Cosmic Odyssey, hello! Thank you for the raid. I hope it had an amazing stream. Welcome in, everybody. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, the classroom went back to normal, I think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. I was like, where did the music go? I got scared for a second. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. This is a totally innocent dating sim and nothing creepy, okay? There's nothing creepy at all in this game, absolutely. No one's found the secret word yet, have they? She sneaks another glance at me, our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Nothing creepy at all. This is fine. Everything's totally fine. Nothing creepy happens. There's nothing creepy in this game. Monica. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it at first. Am I crazy, or does anyone see just a very thin line going through Monica's neck? Her eyes are starting to separate from her face. There's a very thin line going through Monica's neck. And there's something up with her eye as well. I see the eye moved again. I noticed the eye moved. It's still moving. Yuri, there's something wrong with your eye. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Oh look, your eye is normal, it's fine. And I guess the line going through your neck is fine too. Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's totally fine. There's nothing wrong. Okay. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday. That's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about, anyway? Well... I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Almost like Yuri's eye is a little bit ominous because sometimes it leaves her face for some reason. My character has yet to acknowledge it. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front. I think I know what we're talking about, right? Really? That doesn't work anymore? Well, that's disappointing. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that turned into a human prison.
Human experiment prison. A random voice for 1 minute, the demon, uh-oh. And the people trapped in there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to. Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. I have a robot voice. Do I have a robot voice right now? It says in the program that it has the demon voice right now.
Oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Almost like there's a dark turn in this game that came out of nowhere, too. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Cat? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those sort of things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story... It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil. But because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway. What? The text changed. Everything's fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? If you find the secret word, you will definitely know when you find the secret word. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets... What was that? Wait, hold on. Yeah, it doesn't show up in the history, does it? My whole body gets something.
And there was much rejoicing.
Thank you for the follow. We currently have anonymous follows on. I hope you understand. If you would like to introduce yourself in chat, you're welcome to. But we also accept you just hanging out and watching if you want. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? No! Yuri, you're fine. You're fine, Yuri. There's nothing wrong with Yuri. She's fine. There's nothing wrong with her. There's nothing wrong with Yuri. She's fine. We didn't see any glitching text or anything. Oh, is her eye gonna be drifting away again? Oh no. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yuri's perfect. Harem King, hello. Welcome in. I think that's Windows 95 booting up.
Hello there.
Hello there. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. Sandrick! 30 months? Sandrick, hi! Thank you so much for the 30-month resub. What are you doing? I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Say what? Apple Avocado, hello!
Hello, friend.
Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body. Yuri, are you okay? Stop. Yuri, you really need to apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Haha! Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. I love the black text stuff, it's so creepy. Bathing in the feeling of your body sounds like a really gross bath. I mean, I didn't read the whole thing. I'm not the fastest reader, but also it doesn't stay on screen, so I can only read what I actually physically see with my eyes before it disappears on its own. Also, it doesn't show up in the history, does it? Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to open the book open. Nope. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Well, here we go. We have a different perspective now. You like the purple hair, everyone? Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. I'm purple now, I love that emote. I made it just for this game. I do the same thing with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. I didn't burp just now, you didn't hear that. Are you ready? Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I'll glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. I noticed that little smile on Yuri's face, too. Little subtle something right there. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Aw, look at her smile. She's gonna be the next one to disappear, isn't she? I did notice that subtle line earlier. Huh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about? Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. You found another Korok Red Burrito. Congratulations. I have a kitty here.
No, not another rock. Every single time, I swear. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the room.
What on earth was that about?
Cat? Did something happen just now?
Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So
you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Ha 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 ha! Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and slip it back into my bag.